Morena, welcome to day one of getting my shit together. So it's been a very challenging few months. My dad died last year. That kind of threw things off whack a little bit. Started a very challenging new job. I've had the busiest couple of months of my entire life professionally. Going through a breakup, which I've never been good at. I think especially because I have a dopamine deficiency diagnosed, so losing an intense source of dopamine has been challenging. It is really hard, but at the same time I've got a lot to be proud of myself about, and I feel very positive about life, and it's just a challenging time. So what we're gonna do, I've been trying this week to get off the quick dopamine to varying degrees of success. I'm going to continue with my brick phone, no smartphone, limited iPad time for necessary things only, exercise, going outside, spending quality time with friends, trying not to overwork, boundaries, good food, clean spaces, plans, intentions, reflections. I might even see a counselor. So that's the plan, you guys, and I'm making a video out of it to keep myself accountable and have a bit more fun with it. And it's also a source of slow dopamine because it's quite rewarding putting a video together. And I'm doing it on this camera, so I'm not bringing a phone around. And I'm doing it on YouTube because I'm not feeding into big tech media attention farming that is short form content. So that's the plan. All right, step one, we are out of the house. Going to get a coffee, just walk as far as I feel like it, and I've got like my little planning notebook, just have a think about what I want to achieve over the next couple of weeks. In saying that about short form content, I do really love making little videos and like TikToks and things, but it just feels a little bit ironic when what I'm doing is like trying not to partake in that at all, to be contributing to it. I don't know. So I just thought a YouTube video might be better. Like when I'm not on TikTok or Instagram, I am watching YouTube videos, which feels slightly better because it's like you choose the video, obviously a lot longer than most reels and TikToks, and it's like more intentional, it's slower, usually tells like a bit of a story, and you're like picking out the videos rather than just having a stream of whatever's fed to you and just scroll, switching between different things all the time. Here we are on the beach. I mean, just look at that ocean. Looking at this is a lot better for your brain than looking at a screen. Okay, you're probably looking at a screen right now, I realize, but you get me. So, getting your shit together personally has to start on a Sunday, and ideally noted on the Saturday so you can do fun things on the Saturday and use the Sunday to get everything in order. This is how I've mapped up today, and this is how I plan the next week to this level of detail and my meal planning. Now it's time to go to the laundromat, get my groceries, put my laundry in the dryer, come home, do a bit of cleaning up, go pick up my laundry. Very solid plan. Okay, my car is full of clothes. Some is my laundry that I have to go to the laundromat for, and the rest are clothes that have been sitting that I've been needing to get rid of for a while. Just been worried I might change my mind and also considering selling some of them, but I couldn't be bothered. You know, it's just a whole thing. I just need to be free of them. I saw some free coat hangers up here. Should I take some? They don't match my coat hangers, but they're free. Just taking a few, better than buying some brand new ones. you know, it's funny, since we're on YouTube, you can find like this old video that I did when I was a university student, and you can kind of see in that video how it was manifesting for me in my life at that time as a uni student. Like, I had the best intentions, all these plans, like I knew I was smart enough to do well, and it was just so hard every day to bring myself to do what I needed to do to get things done. It was about trying to have the perfect day, and I had this big plan, and you know, that's what I wanted to do every day, but this was before I was diagnosed, this was before I even knew that ADHD was a thing that I could even plausibly be affected by, because I'm not like a hyperactive kid, or, you know, I've always been very quiet, but there's always been a lot going on internally in my mind. Anyway, a day like today, I haven't taken my medication. I don't take my medication every day, but when I'm trying to do all these things, I've like been so close to being completely distracted and derailed. Like, I went into Farmers when my stuff was in the laundry, and I was in there for way too long and I came out with nothing. Luckily, because sometimes I do that and I'm there for like hours and I spend $200 on stuff I just didn't need. Like, that kind of thing is how ADHD manifests for me. I'm trying to get all this shit done and I'm running out of steam, and my attention is very susceptible to being diverted. So I had my lunch, I took my meds. It's just what it looks like for me. I have these plans, want to get all these things done. I have all the intention, the will, the know-how, and it's just such a struggle. Like, there's no reason I shouldn't be able to get these like simple tasks done, but then it's like I'm distracted in every place I go. I'm like, go down rabbit holes. So that's also part of like why scrolling has been such a thing for me, because it's just like quick dopamine. I'm saying I'm gonna go get my laundry. Clean washing, yay! Anyway, so before I knew I had ADHD, like, I had all these struggles across so many different areas of my life. Relationships, finances, friendships, study, like just regular adult life. Drinking, social media, technology use, like all of these things just felt so difficult, and like there were times that I just thought like I'm just not capable of living as an adult, and like my self-worth got so bad, and like the label doesn't mean too much to me, but realizing how dopamine played such a role in all of those different areas, all of those different like sources of quick dopamine that my brain is deficient in, understanding how that works and how I can help that is life-changing for me. Being on medication is not a silver bullet, but it helps with those things. But when I first took my meds, it wasn't like, okay, great, like I can do everything I wanted to do and like I'm so productive. It was not like that. It was like my thoughts were just like quiet for the first time ever, and I could actually choose which thought to go with and like think something through one at a time, rather than having all of these overlapping conversations in my mind. And it helps your brain create dopamine, so those behaviors that are so quick dopamine seeking are like manageable. So that's what makes it easier to get things done. It's not like you're on speed and just like boom 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 like getting things done. It's like your brain just like slows down a little bit, lets you like actually be a bit more intentional and do what you need to do. So if you think you have ADHD, like I think they're making it easier to get a diagnosis in New Zealand. So Yeah, me on the other hand paid about $4,000 for the whole process, but whatever, worth it. So yeah, what was I saying? I don't know. I need a little treat. I just want to say the medication helps, but life is still hard. Life is hard for everyone, so don't expect that's gonna help. A day like today, I could try to just white knuckle through it, but like it just would be 10 times harder than it really needs to be. Like, it's still hard, but it's like I don't have that constant like distracted like dopamine seeking craving. Like, I can make a plan for myself, set intentions, and just follow through. Like, that is life-changing. Anyway, the meds haven't kicked in yet, so we'll see. But yeah, I always was kind of hesitant about doing, like, getting on medication, because it's like, I love the way I think out of the box and like my creativity and all of that. But the medication that I do take it works for a certain period. So I've got two types. One works for about 6 hours and one works for 3. For me, I kind of like having that, being able to distinguish between my brain on the medication and my brain without, because like, I love my brain, but sometimes it's not my best friend when I'm trying to get shit done. I think I'm definitely funnier and more creative when I'm not on medication, but also quite impulsive and a little weird. Everyone's so obsessed with labels and like, this is who I am and this is exactly why I'm like this and this is how you should view me. And I respect that for people, but it's also like, okay, but you can just be you. Like, you don't have to be like, I am this category of person. You know what I mean? I don't know. Alright, well, I'm off to the warehouse, maybe Briscoe's, I just need a couple of baskets for my shelves, because at the moment it's just sitting in a cardboard box or just like cluttered, and I need baskets, okay? I need baskets, and I also need some more clippy hangers for pants and skirts. I needed that for a while. I've needed both of those things for a while. So I'm gonna go to, maybe I'll just go to Briscoe's, because I feel like it's a little bit less risky than the warehouse in terms of distractions. So I'm gonna get baskets, clippy hangers, which I think Briscoe's should have, and a little drink, a Coke or something, and that's it. Maybe some new food containers, but that's it. Baskets, slippy hangers, food containers, little drink, and that's it. And it shouldn't take more than 10 to 15 minutes. I swear every time I walk into a building, I forget why I'm here. Baskets, clippy hangers, food containers, little drink. Okay, we're doing pretty good so far. I've got my food storage and hangers. Now I'm looking at baskets. But tell me why they're playing so many breakup songs. Okay, we did make it out with just those 3 things that I intended to purchase, but it did take about half an hour. And I did do a little browsing. I had a lot of restraint though. Anyway, I realize I'm filming a pretty boring regular Sunday. When you're used to sharing your boring regular life with someone, it's hard just going to like not having any witness to everything that goes on. Not that anything that's going on is even worth sharing. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Okay, well, I totally bought the wrong coat hangers. It said it has had a trouser bar, and I envisioned it having clips. But that's okay. I just have acquired so many coat hangers today. Hello? I forgot to take any footage, but we've just went to view a flat and the landlords really liked us and they offered it to us and I'm so excited. It's so cool. So I made myself look a little bit tidier and now I'm going to cook some kai. Ew, why does chicken smell so bad? I guess because it's a dead animal, literally. I'm so excited to be living with that group of people. Even just hanging out all together tonight was so fun, like such good vibes. And there'll be like a lot of te reo at home, which will be so nice. I'm gonna get like really good at speaking te reo, I think. Plus, I'm gonna try CrossFit with Arabira. What if I just get like really snatched and like, I'm so excited for my brand new personality this flat's gonna bring out of me. It's been great living with Mata, love living with her. It'll be nice to just have a few more friends around, especially because she's so busy. Anyways, what are we doing? We're cooking chicken. So what I've been doing for meals recently is the last month or so, last couple months, I've been getting wonky boxes fortnightly. One with fruit and veg and one meat one. And it's been so good for me because it's like the perfect in between like I've tried HelloFresh and stuff like that and it's just too prescriptive and it like falls off. And then trying to just sort my own food on my own, it's just like too many decisions. I don't know if there's a way to check, but I never know what I'm getting until it arrives. You can put like exceptions for the things that you don't want. So yeah, I just get like a random selection of meat and random selection of vegetables. And okay, I am anti ChatGPT, but one thing I will use AI for, okay? I will allow, this is the kind of thing I think AI should be for, is I'll just put all those ingredients in and ask for a meal plan and like what kind of meals would make sense and what else I'll need to buy. Like, so my grocery shop is very minimum, as you would have seen what I got today, and then I just use up the meat the best I can and the veggies, and it's been amazing. And it makes me like try different recipes and like it does the recipe for me. Anyway, so it makes me have to do things out of my comfort zone, and I'm trying all these new meals and I'm like, cooking is way more enjoyable and easy than I thought it was. I also used to be vegetarian, which like I'm not saying it's harder to cook vegetarian, but I do feel like it does require a bit more creativity than like salt, put it in the oven, and like that's good enough for like meat and vegetables. And so now cooking meat and veggies, it just feels so easy. Also, I know it's like sourced locally and ethically, so I don't have to worry about that in the supermarket, and it's not giving money to big Woolworths or whatever, foodstuffs, or whoever owns all the supermarkets. So yeah, that's my situation right now. I'm quite happy about that. Yeah, when I was doing that, here it is, and it's really yum. I'm so surprised. Because it was pretty simple. It was just like soy sauce and sweet chili sauce and onion and garlic and stuff. It's pretty cool, huh?
No one else planning on maybe being in Europe anytime September to December 2026?
I'm not ruling it out.
Scary. Yeah.
I just got off the phone. It was like a 90-minute conversation. It was so cute and fun. And I've not finished putting away all my laundry. But I did finish my cooking and meal prepping. And I've done most of my clothes. It's like, what is the time? 9:52. Not sure if I should push through with my clothes. No, I'm just gonna make my bed and then go to sleep. I haven't done everything that I intended to do today, but I did a lot of it. and I'm ready for the week. I cooked my meals, and I talked to my friends, and I hung out with Arabida and Jazz who came over. It was great. So it's gonna be a great week. I just know it.